Hello and welcome to another video review. This is TeenAgent for DOS. Now this is a little bit of an obscure title. It was released in 1995 by Polish developer Metropolis Software House. It was originally released for Amiga and the DOS, but the DOS version is more, well known. You'd expect the translation to be kind of wonky considering it's a little-known Polish developer, but it's actually a surprisingly good translation. And I don't know about the Polish version, but the way they did the English translation, it actually conveys a lot of what they tried to convey in the original version, if I'm correct. Now, of course, what they were conveying was not the sense of graphics or the sound effects. Basically, the graphics are what you'd expect from a 1995 point-and-click adventure game developed by some small studio. I mean, they're not, bad, but they're not particularly good either. It's just kind of like, okay, these get the job done. And I think that's what they were going for. It's kind of a cartoony, almost really colorful kind of thing. And, that lends the style very well. But the sound effects, they're practically non-existent. There's a few here and there, just when you do random actions and stuff, but there's no voice work. It's all text. There's also, only 4 or 5 music tracks in the entire game. But, it does its job. It's not particularly good music. It just works, And that's the whole thing about the sound design. It works, but it's not particularly great. Now, gameplay is pretty standard for a point-and-click adventure game. You go around, you find items to solve puzzles, that kind of thing. The left mouse button walks you around and looks at stuff, and you get your reactions from it. Then the right mouse button is your interact key, kind of thing. So whenever you right-click on something, it goes and does whatever you're supposed to do with it. The basic story is there's gold disappearing from all over the place, and they don't know why. So this secret agency, RGB, looks for a fortune teller to tell them who their agent should be. And obviously this is not meant to be taken remotely seriously. It is a humor-based adventure game. The entire thing is actually just very slapsticky and just. There's a lot of goofy stuff going on the entire time. And it's actually a pretty fun game in that regard, because it's a really, really, really short game. You can beat this in about an hour if you never played it before, because the puzzles are very easy to figure out. The puzzles are easy. The gameplay itself it's just short, but again, it's freeware now, so there's no reason not to check it out if you're an adventure game fan. I mean, if you checked it out back in the day, you probably remember that it's kind of one of those games. It's just like, oh, this is kind of a fun little diversion for a little bit, and then you go back to other stuff. But overall, as a retail game, it's not worth it, because originally it was shareware, and then you could buy the other 2 parts of the game, which are it's just 2 different sections of the game. If you buy those in the registered version, but now it's freeware on good old games, like I said, and all that kind of stuff. So again, if you're an adventure game fan, I'd say check it out. If you're looking to get into adventure games and you get kind of a juvenile sense of humor, or you just like slapstick, then this is probably a good one to check out, because you can't go wrong with freeware. But anyway, I'd say it's okay. It's not a particularly great game. It's not a very, bad game or anything. It's just one of those games that falls in the middle of, oh, it's another game. Big deal. And so that's basically, what I say about this, and, thanks for watching.